Yo, how's everyone doing? Welcome back for some more Forza Horizon 3. Today I'm sharing with you the LaFerrari, and this has been a highly requested car, so we're going to start off in the Forza Vista so you can see the car inside and out, and then I'm also going to share with you some racing gameplay so you can see how the car performs. But the first thing I want to say is I never realized how beautiful this car is. I never really looked at it closely, never took the time to admire it, but it is really a nicely designed car. The exterior is very unique, but it looks really cool. Some really cool active aero going on, and lots of cool features to show in the Forza Vista. But it does have a V12 like a lot of the other Ferraris, but it sounds pretty good overall. And let's talk about the performance though. That's definitely what I want to focus on, because this is a 1.5 million credit car in Forza Horizon 3, so it's pretty expensive. It's rear-wheel drive, it's near the top of the S2 class, makes almost 1,000 horsepower, over 650 torque, but the thing only weighs 3,000 pounds, so it's pretty light. But the good thing is that rear motor placement once again, because 59% of the weight is helping this car's grip in the back of the car, which is very important. And that's the first thing I want to talk about, is the grip and the launch on this car. Now the launch isn't amazing. First gear you certainly get wheel spin, but for a rear-wheel drive car that makes over 1,000 horsepower, the grip on this thing is exceptional. It doesn't really matter if you're in second gear, third gear, or even seventh gear. The grip going around turns is absolutely fantastic, and that is very important because this car is near the top of the S2 class. It's rear-wheel drive and it is a hypercar, so considering there's a lot of all-wheel drive S2 hypercars, you need a really good grip rear-wheel drive car to be able to compete, and this car definitely has that. The launch isn't perfect, but again, for being rear-wheel drive and all that power, it is very good, and the grip going around turns is exactly what it needs to be. But in terms of acceleration, this car is very fast in the first few gears, but it does noticeably start to get a little bit more sluggish top ends, and that's not to say that the acceleration isn't good, because it is, but compared to some other cars, this car just doesn't have that rapid and really fast acceleration. So that's one weakness, I think, compared to other cars in the S2 class. But the good thing is the top speed is over 250, and although that's good, again, just it slowly gets to that top speed. Once you get to 7th gear and you're going about 200 miles per hour, the car just doesn't feel quite as fast as some other cars do. But I did want to throw in here, the first time I drove this thing was a while back when I was doing the bucket list challenges, because number 24 involves the LaFerrari, so this was actually very fun. And when I drove this car, I was like, damn, this thing is really fast and the handling is very good. But when I went to race this thing, I realized that the handling is not top tier. It's very good, and the thing is that you can't go full throttle around some of the really sharp high-speed bends, and I consider that to be a weakness because there are all-wheel drive cars that can do that. But the good thing is with this car, if you let off the gas or if you downshift once or twice, the handling on this thing is really good. So you just have to learn how to drive the car and know its limits, but overall the handling is very good. And another thing that is very exceptional with this car is the braking. I had no problems trying to stop with this car, and that is very important as well with a rear-wheel drive car. And combine that with the grip, this thing can go around turns pretty quickly, even at low speeds and low gears. But I really like the gearing ratio setup on this car. They're all pretty long gears, but they're not too long, except for 7th gear, I'd say, because that one, like I said, and you can see it right here, just kind of accelerates very slowly. We're trying to get up towards about 255, but we're stuck like 230, 240 for a very long time, and there's a lot of cars that can exceed those speeds, and that's why it does have that weakness there. But overall, I really like this thing. It shifts fast, it accelerates pretty quick overall, but for a rear-wheel drive car, it's probably one of the best. It's got very good grip, and overall performs very well, but there definitely are cars that can beat it. So do I think that this car is worth the 1.5 million credits? Yes, absolutely. The grip on it for being rear-wheel drive and being near the top of the S2 class is very good. It also has room to be upgraded, so we can try and top it off in the S2 class, and I bet you it'll be even better than than what it is stock. And the other thing is though, I like this car better than the FXXK, which that car is almost double the price of this one, and they're very similar cars, but this one I think performs way better in Forza Horizon 3. I had a ton of fun driving it. The handling is very good, the grip, like I said, for being rear-wheel drive, and overall it's just fun to drive. If nothing else, it's very fun and it can compete, but if you race it against rear-wheel drive cars, I think you're going to win almost every time. There's all-wheel drive cars that can beat it, but I still like it a lot, and I highly recommend that if you have the credits, that you try this thing, because it's a blast to drive, and I guarantee that pretty much everyone will like it a lot. But as always, thank you very much for watching. I really hope you enjoy the rest of this gameplay, and have a wonderful rest of your day, but I'll talk to y'all again very soon. Peace out.